we're joined in the studio with 3 campers from my camp, international. We got a couple counselors, but they're kind of staying in the background.
Should I set up another microphone?
No, I
We've got one more
I think they want the young ladies here to do all the talking. But I'm going to skip last names. But we are joined with Ada, Rania, and Milena. Welcome, ladies.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, you guys are a lot louder than this.
No, you were a lot louder coming up the stairs, ladies.
That's right. We heard
raise
you.
our decibel level here.
So let's go. Let's try this alphabetically.
Move up.
Ada, where are you from?
I'm from Finland.
Finland.
Wow.
Whereabouts in Finland?
Yeah, it's nice.
A small town?
Yeah,
a big town? Big city?
Small town.
So coming up to Rhinebeck in upstate New York wasn't that much of a big change?
It wasn't so big change.
No?
It was fun this summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? Your eyes just lit up. Yeah.
Yeah? Now, Rania, where
I
are you
missed
from?
everybody's names, so I
So
apologize.
Ada, Rania, and Milena.
Rania and Milena.
So
Okay, welcome.
we know that Ada's from Finland. And Rania,
I'm from France and I live in a big town just next to Paris, like limit to limit. And it's a pretty good town. And coming here was like, I don't know, but like being with so many people in different countries was okay for me, because just as in the United States and France, there we'll also have many culture mixed in cities.
Oh, sure.
So
yeah.
that's pretty cool. And I'm used to it, so yeah.
Nice.
but so is this like do you consider this the country, like coming up to Rhinebeck, or is it not so much the country?
No, it is kind of...
It's
Up
the
in
woods.
the sticks. It's the woods. There you go. Because I've known, a lot of our kids come from urban environments, and whether Milena, that's you.
Where's
Yeah.
Milena from?
I am from Ecuador. I live in the capital, so I'm close to the city. I mean, I love my country, obviously, but coming here is just like amazing. You have the city, you have Rhinebeck. It's really different from where I live. Just like the people, the environment. It's lovely.
Probably not as hot, is it?
Yeah.
Probably hotter in
So,
Ecuador.
what was your favorite camp
Now,
experience this year? I just want to ask. I want to ask all of you that same question, but I want to
I would
start
like to say that building the seesaw,
You built a seesaw?
a seesaw with Cameron. It was amazing.
Really?
Built this 20-foot long seesaw.
No
Big
kidding. How many
old
people do you put on it?
Officially, only 2. But when the camp director and the other counselors aren't looking, maybe a couple more might try to
I
sneak
bet
on
you it
now and then.
happens. I'll bet. So
That's
really
cool. That's awesome. Well, thank you. I didn't know that was your favorite camp movement.
See?
And now Milena is a second year. She was a first year. These ladies would be technically first year campers. Ada and Rania are first year campers.
How old are you guys?
I'm 16.
I'm 16. I'm going to be 17 on October.
Move right
Step
up to
on
the
the
mic
mic,
for
yeah.
me, Rainier.
But they're all ingoing to 10th grade. They're ingoing 10th graders, correct?
I don't know the equivalent, but I know that next year will be my last one at high school, and I will be graduated from it
Oh,
at the end
congratulations. That's exciting.
I'm going to college.
You're on your way to college already?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
She's been back. So
Where are
like I
you
said,
gonna
she
go?
was- This
I'm going to a university in Ecuador called Universidad Católica.
Also.
Catholic
Yeah.
university? What are you going to study?
I'm going to study international affairs.
Well, you got a
Well,
pretty
you have
good
a good start.
You got
That's right.
a French
Yeah.
woman and a Finn here, so you got a pretty good idea. Now, Finland, have you done much traveling outside of Finland in your life?
Yeah, I have been in Europe, in Spain and Poland, Romania. A lot of that.
Yeah.
And
What is
Sweden.
your favorite country outside of your own?
United States.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Rainey, how about you? Have you done much other traveling?
Yeah, in Europe too. I've visited like all of the coast countries, like Spain, Italy, Portugal, Switzerland, Germany, Netherlands, and
Now,
Luxembourg.
your parents just let you go on your own, or?
Oh no, with my family, of course.
And have you done
Here's
much?
the Metro card. Have fun. Right.
I mean, I know you were in the United States last year, but you ever done much other traveling?
Yeah, I've been in the States a couple of times before, and I also been in the Dominican Republic and Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice beaches. in the Dominican
Yeah,
Republic.
it's really pretty.
I love Mexico, too. I've traveled throughout Mexico, and the coast is so gorgeous anywhere you go.
Now, how did you guys first hear about Camp Rising Sun?
My Finnish teacher told me, and I was at the first I heard, I was like, yeah, I'm going to Apply.
So,
For us, it's like the Frenchman who's in charge to choose the students who's going to come to camp here, is like he has like I don't know, but like since 5 years the camper is coming from our high school.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I know a lot of like the former ones, and yeah. So I've heard about it like this. Basically, it was proposed to us last year, but my parents were like, "Oh, I don't know." And this year, I was like really into it, so they finally accepted.
You show them the videos and the online, the stuff online, and
Yeah.
Now, why were they nervous about letting you go away by yourself for 4 weeks?
Yeah, especially my father, because that's the first time for me to be in another continent. Well,
Yeah.
I've been to Morocco with my grandmother once, like for like 3 weeks. But since it was still with family, they were okay. But like now that I'm alone, it's on my own.
Sure.
And I took the the plane on my own too. So they were like,
It's a big thing.
It's very exciting, isn't it?
yeah.
Now, you too, Ada, Milena, have you ever done any traveling by yourself before this? Or
No, I was like last year was the first time I traveled alone. My mom came with me at first, like she dropped me by, but then I had to return by my own. It
Yeah.
was frightening.
It's a big thing. And you?
I have never traveled by my own, but I have traveled with my friends and schoolmates.
There you go. But this is like part of becoming an adult doing something like this. This is very challenging, right? And makes you a little nervous, maybe, right?
Yeah,
Well, that's part of the program is pushing your comfort level, right? And doing things for the first time. And at this age in your lives, this is a big thing. Like, 15, 16, 17 years old to travel another continent, like you said, alone. It's a big thing.
I have a question. What do you think of your camp director? The guy who runs the place.
Oh, that's I'm not the director.
Is he okay?
What do you think
are
about,
you?
want to plug my ears while I answer that?
Wait,
What do you
what-
think about me?
What do you think about this guy? Is he okay? Is he nice to you?
I
Oh, wow.
I love
so-
camera.
Man,
No,
that
wait.
hurt. Ouch, ladies, it's awful quiet. Make something up at least.
No,
See,
I'm trying
Camp,
to.
he's
Yeah, but
been
how
my
many
friend
listeners are
since
on the
we were
radio
little
right
kids,
now?
so I have to give him a hard time sometimes, So just
Yeah,
to
because a lot
have
of my
fun.
friends. Yeah, I hope people. Because a lot of my friends can't believe that this is really what I do for a living. So, come on, you got you
job.
Yeah.
got to help verify my story here.
Okay, so I love Cameron. He's amazing. He always help us and let us use the power tools, and
Oh.
that's amazing.
That's part of it.
I
Gotta
think
teach
that
'em.
your favorite experience is building the seesaw, and now we hear about using power tools.
That's right.
Maybe
nail
international
gun was a big hit
relations
this
is not
year.
your best thing. Maybe you need to be a builder.
Probably a seesaw builder.
I can picture you doing international relations, but you go home and you'll have a big garage full of power tools, and you'll be making stuff.
Yeah.
Sound right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think that's really accurate.
Now, what? We got a little bit of time left. What's some of the good? Give me one good thing and one bad thing about camp for each of you. Let's start with Ada.
Good thing, I have had a lot of friends from everywhere, and bad thing, maybe that I missed school almost 3 weeks.
Really, your school starts already, or started already, or?
It has started already.
Wow,
Well, you do well in school, right? You'll catch
Yeah.
up. Okay.
this is better than school anyhow.
But did you find out some of the materials that you need so that you can do it while you're here?
No, I will do everything later.
Okay.
That's right.
So you can
Time
handle
later.
it. Well,
Raina, how about
an
you?
experience like
Best
this.
and worst thing at camp so far?
Best. What I like at camp is that basically counselors as well as campers are really unique. Like, just when getting to knowing them, they all have specialities, things they like, same things they don't, and that's really interesting. Like to get into knowing them as well as campers. So I really like the fact that we were like close to everybody, even the staff, like in the kitchen. And that was pretty cool. And I will say that the bad thing, well, there's not really bad things here.
The bugs or something? Come on, make something up.
Well, the bugs.
Do you have to wash the dishes?
The food.
That's
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. I really don't know. Maybe for weeks or
Plunging
kind of.
toilets or something. There's a lot of that going on.
There's a power
Surprising
tool for
amount
that.
Maybe for weeks I kind of short, but yeah. And also, there's a thing. It could have been cool, like if it was like before, because I know what's going on. But if it was like before, and we could like have the girl station at the same moment at the boy station, like maybe a meeting would have been cool too. But Except that.
Meet the boys, you mean?
Yeah, because
Oh.
I know that there were days where the girls and boys were meeting. like,
Let's
for
get
one
back to
day.
your father and why he wasn't sure that you should be coming here.
That's right.
Because
So-
you're going
so
to
the
want to
boys
get
would
together
be
with the
around.
boys.
Yeah, but I
Now,
mean,
I have daughters, and I understand just what your father thinks.
no, I know, but I mean that's basically two separate camps. So just like meeting for one day,
I
that's
know what you mean.
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just
That would be
being silly.
logistically hard, but it's a good idea, though.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, there's nothing to complain about. So
Well, if that's the only thing you could come up with, you must be having a good time.
I think everyone is having a
Right?
good time.
And what about our friend from Ecuador?
I came again, so I love camp. I love the whole experience and being able to do what you want, like in the terms like you ask for it and they give you the tools so you can work on it. And I love practicing my English because I think it's really important.
Your
for
English
me.
is excellent, all of you, and you had to work so hard just to be able to come here and use English, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's school has English, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it mandatory?
Yes.
yeah,
Really?
for us too.
Wow, very interesting. Okay, so I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine. And I don't know. Sometimes I don't like that I feel homesick, but that's like on me. But then,
That's normal, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys have a problem not having your electronic things in your hand? Is that tough, or is it okay now? Come on, be
Teenage
honest.
ladies without devices. Wow.
Yes, I had trouble with it. Last time I was touching my pockets to see my phone, and I was
It's not there.
It's not
You're
there,
it's
right?
not
"Oh, no."
there, and it was the third week at camp, so I was like, "What are you doing with your life now?"
You'll be able to catch you. What do you feel?
Well, I think that's pretty cool because if we had our phones, that will be just like totally different. Like we all know that it could not have been like same as now with phones.
Absolutely not. No,
So-
it would be a distraction. It would
Yeah.
take away.
But as at the same time, it could have been cool to have it like just time to time, just to communicate with friends and family, like just.
Well, there's an old expression called "absence makes the heart grow fonder." So the longer you miss them, the more you'll be happy to see them. So,
True.
and it's only I know it feels like forever when you're a teenager, but 4 weeks is like
And it's almost
a
over
drop in the
already.
bucket.
You only
right?
have a little
It
ways
flew-
to
yeah,
go.
it flew by.
True.
Wow.
So back to social media. I've worked there for 10 years, and that 10 years, like social media has Facebook and Skype and Skype's not social media, but the ability for kids or people to communicate in real time. Do you think that's going to enhance your camp experience? Like moving forward, you'll be able to speak with kids from camp across the world, like Finland, Ecuador, France. I mean, you guys could like next week talk to each other. Do you think that's a good thing, a bad thing? How do you think that affects your camp experience?
Of course, I think that's a good thing because that's for us the only way to keep in communication.
Well, they used to have to write a letter. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
What,
Well,
the-
I mean, that's
what trouble that must have been, huh? Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, we used to use feathers, and we'd take the end. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
that's like really direct, and letters could take a lot of time. So just like in seconds, we can like have a real conversation as if the person was in front of us, kind of, even if it's still different. And I think that it's pretty sad to say it that way, but after camp, we will not probably not have another opportunity to meet all together at the same time. So that's like the only way we can keep in contact.
Yeah, and groups.
Yeah.
You have to invite everybody to France.
I would love to, but
You
60
know?
people is a lot.
Oh, come on.
The big tent.
And also, I think that many people are always talking about the bad effects of networks and social media, but we should not forget that it can give us some things that we cannot do without just communication with people that are really far from us.
Well, I can tell you that when I was turning 17, I didn't have a friend in Finland that I could just pick this thing up and say, "Hey, what's going on?" That I suppose
That
is a
to
really
me,
good
that is
thing.
so amazing. Like you guys are just because we're a generation. You're our kids' age, so you're the next generation. And this one generation, it's like the biggest changes
Yeah.
in between any two other generations in history. It's phenomenal what you guys take for granted. I still am amazed. Oh wow, I can look up something on my phone.
Yeah.
And if someone asks me a question, okay, I got a book. I could find that book. Google or whatever isn't the first thing that I think of.
Yeah.
Where you guys, you don't think about sending a text message or whatever, my first thought is to call somebody. So to me, you guys have such an advantage, if you will, in developing your personal network.
Do you call people? You don't call people anymore, do you? No, you always just
I
text.
call.
You call? Yeah.
Or do you video, like FaceTime or house party or whatever it's called? Or
No,
Not that much.
No.
it's not
House
an
party?
app. It's like Skype or whatever. But I think house party. I think my son uses that.
I prefer
think it's called house
calling
party.
on
Sounds
phone.
scary.
I know it sounds a little sketchy, but it's
Okay.
a thing.
I prefer calling on phone because you can do many things at the time. Like if you have something to do, if you're kind of busy, you can like work, do something, and speak at the phone at the same time.
I like hearing somebody's voice. It's so much more personal. But I guess that's
True.
not so important to your generation. I'm not speaking about you in particular.
Yeah.
But it seems like in general, it's just, I'm happy to text. That's fine.
Yeah.
It seems that
Now, what about the
people
food? You
do.
guys had your
Oh.
diets and everything? Are any of you guys
She
have
made a face.
restrictions?
Do you like the food here?
So I know there's we have vegetarians, vegans. For religious reasons, people don't eat pork or beef. There's many. There's 60, 80 people at camp, and there's probably 75 different.
Well, Randy,
tastes
what
or-
do you eat at camp that you wouldn't eat at home?
I am vegetarian at the camp, but basically I eat halal.
Okay.
So
Now, okay, you said before Morocco. Are you Moroccan?
yeah, my parents are Moroccan, and I've been raised up learning both cultures, like French culture and Moroccan culture.
Cool.
And I also spoke both languages fluently.
Both
Wow.
languages.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, when I go to
is-
Morocco, people cannot make the difference. Like, they don't know if I don't tell them.
No, so that means you're very, very good.
Now, is it Moroccan language? Is it or is it?
It's a dialect of Arabic.
Arabic.
basically.
Arabic. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to
'Cause-
Morocco.
Nice.
Have you?
Yeah.
Where exactly?
I went to Tangier and Rabat. Those
yeah,
two places.
Rabat is the capital, and Tangier is like one of the
It's
Is
the
it
dock.
Fez? Is it Fez?
Yeah.
Fez.
Fez
in
is one of
Morocco?
them.
Fez
right?
is a good city. It's
Casablanca.
just like 1 hour far from mine, for the city where we are from in Morocco.
But I was amazed when I went to Morocco that when and this is a very long time ago. This is the early '90s. You weren't even born yet. But you couldn't get scuba gear there
No.
because it's only you could make it across to Gibraltar.
Oh,
if you
with
had scuba
a tank
gear.
of air. Really? Huh.
So I don't know if you've ever heard of anything like that. It may not be that way anymore, but they didn't want
You just
people
couldn't go
leaving
rent it.
Morocco, so you couldn't get underwater gear to swim across to Gibraltar
Huh.
or Algeciras, which
Yeah.
is where we lived.
Yeah, I
You-
think you cannot.
I don't know if that's still the case, but I
I
found
think
that
that's
to be,
still the case.
being an American and going to a place like Morocco was just like, whoa, this is amazing. And I was interested to find out when you go to Tangier, the first country to recognize the United States independence was Morocco. Our
Like,
first embassy
after
is
the
in
revolution?
Morocco.
Really?
Correct. And the reason is because it was a French protectorate at the time.
Oh.
But France hadn't gotten around to doing it yet, and Morocco had done
Yeah.
it. So that's
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
Cool little
Thanks,
piece
thanks,
of history.
Morocco.
That's also one of the reasons why the French occupation in Morocco is one of the reasons why the language have changed that much. Because in Moroccan we have like a lot of French words with different pronunciation.
Okay.
That's why sometimes the Moroccan dialect of Arabic is one of the hardest dialects to be understood by other Arabic countries.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's almost like a little bit of a mixture.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, let me switch over to here to my friend to my right, because you made a face when we started talking about the camp food. So I have to develop that a little bit now. What do you like and what don't you like to eat at the camp?
I like the breakfast sometimes. I like oatmeal
Okay.
because I don't eat that at home, and it's really
Really?
good.
You would
Yeah.
think you would, huh? Okay.
Yeah. I just don't like when we have to eat like everybody can eat everything. So it's basically vegan and vegetarian free, and I'm not a vegan or vegetarian, so it's hard
No,
for me.
I
to
want a big
change.
piece of meat myself. Yeah.
You see, that's the
You see? There you go.
This is my girl right here. We're gonna go eat together. I can't eat with you.
Ecuadorian barbecue. So what? Do you speak any multiple languages?
no, I don't. I speak-
English and Spanish.
Well, you have
English.
Spanish and English. That's big.
Yeah.
Well, that's more than me. You, all right. How about you? What, you speak any
About
other
food?
language?
Oh yeah, food. Languages. I speak English,
a little bit Spanish and Russian, and I speak Finnish and Swedish.
So your
Dang.
country has a big Russian influence, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people from Russia who live in your
Yeah,
country.
I live in Eastern Finland, so there is a lot of Russian people.
And you have that language. That's amazing. See, that's Cam. We don't have that in America. I mean, we have, if we go take a course, maybe we'll learn a little bit about a language and then
Yeah.
not use it.
True.
So if we don't immerse ourselves in the culture or have an opportunity, like I took a lot of French and I took Latin. I can't speak either of those. I can speak Spanish working in a kitchen as a kid because I was using it, you know, and that's, we don't have
But
that.
limited,
You guys
yeah.
are
That's
so
true.
lucky, you
Like-
know.
That's true. The other girls, like from the United States, told us that they were like really amazed that people who like from other countries can speak English that well.
Yeah.
Because we like taking it only at class just as them, but we like I don't know if it's about the teacher or the system, but I think we also started earlier. Like I think that I've started learning English at primary school, but it was like few words like colors.
Well,
and
when you say primary school, how old were you?
I was like 7.
Yeah, so that's young. That's
Elementary
awesome.
school, yeah, it's way before
Yeah.
our language.
But I was
education.
like, I think that I was kind of lucky too, because I had like a teacher who was basically English, like she has English origins, so she was always visiting UK and giving us like chocolate and from UK, like during like the for example for Christmas or anything else, and she liked to taught us English because she knew it will be important for us in the future.
Yeah,
Because that's just the most spoken language.
yeah.
Well, it's important, I think. Yeah, just like Spanish is becoming very important in our country because, celebrate, girl. You know,
A growing population.
It's growing population here.
Its
That's
influence
right.
is growing, and
Absolutely. And I am always trying to work on my Spanish because I don't want to be that guy that sounds, I don't know, dumb.
ignorant. Exactly.
Ignorant. That's a better word. But no, so that is so cool. So you're going to college. We know that. Are you ladies thinking about coming back next year, or will you have that opportunity?
I would love to come back, but I'm thinking about school because if I come back next year, it will be like on July and not on August. And on July we have a lot of stuff to do with school, especially next year because I will be like her applying to college.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I will have a lot of exam at the end of the year, so I'm not sure. Like I'm still thinking about it.
It's a nice idea, but you know your responsibilities will be very great next year, right? How about you, Ada?
I would like to come back, and I don't have a school in July, so it will be nice.
That could work for you.
Yeah.
It's like the different countries' schools start at different times.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like
And
we're
go
here,
a lot
we're-
longer.
And go
as well.
longer, right.
Yeah. Now, because Ecuador, you're in the middle of your school year, right?
No, I finished. The day I finished, my graduation and everything, I traveled the next morning.
Oh,
So yeah,
wow.
yeah, I had time.
Okay, I thought it
made
was kind of
work.
opposite.
No,
Okay.
we start on September and end on like June, early June.
Oh, that's similar to our calendar. Huh.
Yeah.
For me, that was totally okay because basically we start like on the beginning of September, like 3, 5, or 4, something like this, and we end like basically we end in the middle of June, but we have still like things like we have to apply for the next year, so we need to be there like until end of June. But after this, we're like free. And basically, I was in Morocco like. When I came here to camp, I took the flight from Morocco because I was already there with family. So, yeah, I have no problem with it. And I think I will have school like maybe in 10 days.
Yeah.
Something like
Wow.
Good luck.
Well, I'm so excited. You know, Cam, you bring these young people in. I won't call them kids; they're young adults now. But you know, just like it was with the boys, with the young men, it's like I love
Completely
just the whole
different,
world,
the whole world view.
ahead of them, and the whole world ahead of them, and all the great things that you guys are going to do. And I hope you stay in touch with each other because you're all going to go in different directions,
Now,
different
do you
paths.
think that's a strength, like meeting kids from 26 other countries this
Of course,
summer?
that is. Because of the experience we had here together, we are really close, like even more than some friends that we could have known like for years, because you don't, because friends you like see them outside, you can hang out with them, but you don't live with them like we live
Yeah,
together
Right,
here.
right.
Yeah.
So we built like relations that are pretty different.
Solid.
Yeah, and I think that I feel like whatever country I could travel to, I could feel like I had a home. I have a home there. If there's a camper that will host me.
That's one good thing. You got a place to stay almost.
Yeah.
Any country you go to, you're gonna know somebody. So that's awesome.
Awesome.
So we got about half a minute left. Let's go around quick. Say one thing to our American listening public out here.
In Finnish?
Whatever you want. Finish
come
or
on.
say hi.
Say
Love your
something.
friend. But we got to go quick.
We got to go
quick.
really fast. Really
Hyvää
fast.
huomenta. It's good morning. In
Good.
Finnish.
Beautiful.
J'ai beaucoup apprécié cette interview et j'espère que tout le monde fera de même.
Whatever
What's
that is.
that?
What is it?
I
All right,
really
we got to
like,
go. Come on.
Yeah, I really like this interview, and I hope like we will still do it. Like American people will get it.
All right, we got to go. Elena, quick, super quick.
Adios.
Buenos días. Tengo hambre. Adiós.
There you go. Carl, thank
All right.
you.
See ya.
This portion of Kingston Community Radio has been brought to you by...